Okay, so I'm just going to take you through um, my application, which was two-way communication. Which, before we go anywhere, I'll show you that it's working. So if I just close these two off, and just going to the, let's find an open file. Let's see, chat bin debug client app. So I'm just running it locally at the moment, but I'm pretty sure the way it's set up, it should run across a network. I'm going to try it uni tomorrow, but you're able to put the IP of the client, and this will automatically get your IP, which I'll go through shortly. So I'm just going to say, okay, I'm port 80, the other guy is port 81. Now, if I jump on this guy and put, okay, I'm going to be port 82, but I want to communicate with 81. Sorry, 80. So I think what will happen now is if I send hi, so he's going to try and send to 81, right? Nothing's going to receive it. Yeah. So nothing received that because there's no one to receive it. This guy, he's running on port 80, but he's sending to port 80. So if he says hi, pretty sure it'll send. And why didn't he receive? Client 2's port 80. Me hi, what you doing? Okay, let's just put that to 81. Oh, we'd have to restart it anyway. I don't know why that didn't work. But I think it might have to establish like a solid connection. And I probably need to establish a solid understanding of this networking before I try and be funky, do random shit. So you're 80, 81, and then you're going to be 81, and you're talking to 80. So you can start, you're going to start. So they're connected now. So if I go, hi, it's me. Send that. Cool. So on this end, on the client end, let's say this is me and this is my friend, okay? My name's John, so I've said, okay, it said me, hi, it's me, and then my friend's actually picked up, oh, hi, John, you know, it's me. Yeah. Okay, how is your day? Keep pressing enter. So how you doing? Now on this end, he's got two messages. Hi, it's me. How is your day? So I can reply, and my friend's called John too. Say, hey, good, fine, thanks. And your day? Question mark. So when I send it, on this end it says that he's sent a message, me, fine, good, thanks, how's your day? And on this end it comes up with John. So I could just do me and then friend in here instead of, you know, how I've done it, but that's working. The application's working. Now, to go through how I set it up, this is the first time I've been able to use Windows Forms, and like I've been talking about how I wanted to use it for a while now, and it's really, really easy. Like, it's literally just drag and drop off your toolbox and then set the name down here, and then literally you can just go and access, like, there's functions, and it just works exactly the same as Unity pretty much, like .text, you know. Where is it? Text message .clear, so you can just clear the box off. There you go. You can add an item to the chat window, things like that. You can clear it, and it's actually like fairly straightforward to use, and I'm quite happy that I've delved in and used it. Let's just get started. So the first thing obviously was we had to include the using system.net. So obviously we have access to the API, which obviously in this case it's networking, .NET sockets. The first thing we did was we initialized the socket and basically just set it to the local IP, and we ran a function here. There it is. Text local IP.text equals get local IP. So there was a function set up here, and what this does is in the initialize it basically goes and puts out our IP and the other person's IP, but in this case it just automatically sets the other person's IP as the standard one. So you can see here it goes in, it creates a host which contains a list, I think, of IP addresses. It says DNS.getHostEntry DNS. So that then is going to contain a list of all the different IPs, and it's saying that we've got a for each loop, and basically what we're looking for is the internet network. If it's equal to that, then if it's not equal to that, sorry, if the IP.address family equals the address family.internetwork, then it returns the IP as the string. So if it's different. Otherwise, if it can't find anything, it's just going to set it to the generic one, which in my case, it actually changed it so it was working. Alright, so now we have our socket set up and working. We can then, and we also have our IP address getting set up as well. We basically need to be able to check for messages. So what this is going to do is this basically, it's just checking. It's basically looking all the information that's been received on the socket, but which is right here, socket and receive from. So if there's anything that's been sent, it says, okay, is the size of the information we received, or if the size is greater than 0, it means we've received something, right? So it goes, okay, I'm going to create a byte, which is basically something to store the information that we're receiving, and then it says receive data, which is a byte, is equal to the aresult.async state. So what that's doing is it's basically decrypting, decrypting that byte, and it's going to then convert it with the encoding into a string. So that message that was received, oh sorry, we're creating a string called message received, which is equal to encoding received data. Okay, so yeah, so we're de-encoding this received data, which is a byte, and we're storing it as a string. And then all we're literally doing is going into the into this box here, and we're basically setting, we're adding an item, which is John, which is the other person. I could change that to friend. Friend said, and then the received message, and then basically we've got a buffer set up, which just is just checking to see if we received anything. And then the try catch exception, I've used these before, but I'm guessing that it tries this. If there's an issue, then it sends a message. Yeah, message box. I've seen it actually working, and it says, okay, why it's not working. So it's kind of useful, because you could just not use that. But the problem is that if it didn't work, you've got no fallback really. Okay, so the next thing is when we press the start button. So when we press this, we need to try and communicate. We're going to try and set up communication. So what it does is you've got your EP local, EP remote. So what we're doing is basically binding our socket. So we're trying to connect to, or we're listening and communicating to a particular IP and a particular socket. So basically all we're doing here is just saying that the EP local is equal to this IP address and this socket, this port, sorry, not socket, I keep saying socket. And then we just set the socket bind to EP local, so that's our socket, but we're setting ours to binding our socket to this information. And then what we're trying to do is trying to send communications to the friend's IP. So if you had two computers, you would basically have to find out each other's IP, and then you would, push it onto them. So if you had the two windows, I'd have to get all my details and his details, and then he'd have to get his details and my details, and it would have to sort of be reversed. And then literally we're making sure that we're receiving information. Actually, I think I got this wrong. Yeah, that's also receiving. I'm not entirely sure why I'm doing that, but anyway, let's carry on. Okay, so we've got the send, receive, IP ports all set up. Now we've created a buffer, so that's going to constantly be listening. So as soon as we press the start button, we're going to basically change the text of the button to connected. We're going to enable it set to false, so it's not working. Then send.enable, which is true, which I think it's already enabled anyway. I don't know why I did that. I'm just going to focus on that big box at the bottom, which means that, like, you're watching basically. So we could actually do not text message, but we could do send dot focus, and that way when you as soon as you press connect, it's like it's ready, it's waiting for you to send a message, it's waiting for you to type in a message. And then finally, this is our send button. So what this does is it basically encodes, so the system.txt encode, equals new system of text encoding byte message. So it's creating a byte, and then it's basically saying that MSG is equal to encode gets bytes.text text message.text. So in our send text message, which I think is this one. Yes, that's text message there. So anything that's in here, when we press this button, so anything that's in here, what it's doing is it's basically encoding it. So it's encoding it into this byte. So this byte is getting encoded. Don't get bytes. Yeah, so it's encoding it with the ASIC encoding, and it's getting that. It's getting that text. So that byte is basically going to be that text. That's as simple as it is. I know this looks a little bit confusing, and I still don't 100% understand what this is doing. I know it's encoding it though. It's converting from a byte into a string. I know that. So we haven't okay, we haven't sent it yet. So we've got the so we've converted it into a byte, and then we're doing socket.send to MSG. So that's where we're sending. We're sending that message, so that if the other client is connected, they'll receive that. And then basically what we're doing is we're updating our end of the client window. So we're basically making it so that we can see what we've sent, so it keeps consistent conversation. It's like a chat history, chat log. And then we're going to clear the text messages, so you can't accidentally keep repeating what you're trying to send. And that's it. And it works. And it works well. Let's see. I'm just going to rebuild this. Let's build. Oh, that's building. Let's get rid of that. Wouldn't work on one end because it obviously can't connect. You need two of them running. I think my AVG is gonna pick this up because I've just rebuilt it. Nope. Okay, cool. So now it should say, instead of friend and me and John, it should say me and friend. Let's connect. So they're connected, so now they're listening. Hi dude. Let's send that. Cool. Hi dude. Friend. Hi dude. What's up? Be cool to have a... I wonder if you could do... I mean, let's have a little bit of a play here, because I think we could even quite easily send the name in the string, because where we're converting the string here, what we can do is we can let's iron that out, just because I want to go back to that, and let's just go receive message. Okay, so what this is going to do is, well, what I want to do is I want to be able to send, so we can do me plus text message sent. Let's see where the message is. It's a message. So if I put in here, oh shit. So a message is text message.text. So what we could do is we can put it in here. We can go Liam plus text message.text, right? So what I'm guessing that will do is when I send a message, it's going to add that to the start of it. So if I go build that now, go in here. If this works, it's like the easiest fix for sending a name, because what I can do is I can have a name box in the client. So every time I should set this up, shouldn't I, to make it easier. So if I go hi, so Liam said hi. Okay, so what I can do is I can have an extra box. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna set it up. Let's do it. It'll only take 2 minutes, and it's kind of fun. So if we go in here, we can have a extra window. So let's go in here and have a text box. And have it up here. Okay, let's have a label. Just go line up with that. Name. Now what's this name box? Don't want any text in there. Dada. Design text box 1. Name text box. Okay. So, in our form. So what we could do is we can say literally here we can go name text box dot text plus, and we can have a space like this, bam, that. Alright, cool. That's that. I think that will fix it. I think that will do everything we want there. So that now we can actually just give them a I love it when my brain doesn't work. Okay, so let's go. This guy's called, this is me, Liam, and this is Dylan. Cool, let's see. So we've got pod 80, pod 81, pod 81, pod 80. Let's go connect, let's go connect. So I'm going to say hi. So, okay, I've said hi. Now he's said Liam has said hi. Now Dylan wants to respond and go, hey Liam. Have I met you? Question mark. Hey Liam, have I met you? Unreal. So yeah, that's basic of network programming. Take a screenshot of that, print screen. And yeah, that's done.